Ladies and gentlemen, my humblest greetings to the dignitaries here, to the speakers who will be soon coming onto the stage, and primarily I'm here for the students. I do really feel honored to be here, but I really do not know how long this feeling of honor will exist after I speak. In fact, I just thought of starting with a quote from Mark Twain. And Mark Twain said that when you are called to speak or meet some people, if you are mum and not talking, then people may think you are stupid. But then why rush to open your mouth to make them absolutely certain? So I am possibly getting into that. I really like that you have chosen this topic to be discussed here. The topic definitely is apt. It is definitely the analytics and AI. I mean, though we have been discussing this in multiple seminars, forum, research paper, it has really not lost its sheen. And possibly, we now also have to decide whether it has reached an inflection point. The analytics has reached an inflection point. How much has this subject developed fully? Now, I'm not a theorist, so therefore, I would really like to understand how happy the corporates are, or whether this is still is a backyard of the theorists and the researchers, or how much is it a subject of the boardroom? How much are they actually predicting their cash flow, their profit and loss, their balance sheets based on the analytics algorithm which is being churned out? I mean, is that a subject being discussed, debated at the boardroom level? How much are we being able to resolve or solve at a macro level? The economists, the financiers, the people in the regulatory bodies, the RBI, how much are they being able to use this for the prediction of the GDP, for the inflation, for the prediction of the current account deficit, the fiscal deficits, how much they will be using this and how successful this is? How much are we being really able to use even in terms of the personal healthcare of ours? That what will happen to me in terms of my longevity? How long would I be really surviving based on the data of my body and the medicines that I've taken so far or the medicines that I will be taking so far? Has analytics really been able to break the frontiers of our knowledge where we definitely have a kind of general limitation? So I'll be really happy to see how these things are being discussed. That do we miss certain variables? Do we miss certain interactions between the variables while we actually, or there is any kind of cognitive fallacy, what we know actually, and therefore we cannot provide the information or the data to the system? Do we observe less? Are we actually picking up, our observational capability is limited so that we are not being able to really figure out the interaction between the variables in the market or in the happening? Do we interpret the world in a lesser way than what these analytics and the AI expects us to do? And therefore, how do we really make these various trends of the new analytics which is coming up, the mathematical algorithms, the softwares, the powerful softwares which is coming out, how do we really make them push the frontiers of our knowledge or remove the limitations of our knowledge? This is something that definitely I would like to hear when the theorists, when the practitioners discuss on this thing. But still, just as a prelude to the establishing of the subject's premises, I'll just take the train. Now, of course, the train first is how to handle the data, the big data. Now, what kind of sophistications can we bring in managing the data warehouse, the data lake, structured way of storing structured, unstructured data? How do we really have more optimized and efficient access mechanisms? How do we really have much more real-time interfaces to the world? Sensory devices or any kinds of thing, IoTs, intelligent chips plugged inside my body, plugged inside a machine, whatever it may be. How do we capture data? How do we keep data? And a lot of advancements really have happened because of the various software developers, large players playing, because of our intelligence innovation in terms of the structuring, storage, retrieval of the data. Definitely, simultaneously, a lot of improvements have come on the storage capacity also. Quantum computing coming up, cloud computing. Every day they are breaking their frontiers and they are moving up, and therefore there is a lot of things happening along with the storage also. And the algorithm side, when it's coming purely to the software side, we are seeing the development of number of algorithms or number of intelligent kinds of learning, machine learning, reinforcement learning, generative, neural network-based computation to find out more unobserved relationships between the variables and the data. usually which we fail to observe. These are kind of algorithms which are giving us those things, and therefore they're working with mathematics. We're seeing a lot of mathematical things also coming in. Bayesian method, incorporation of prior knowledge and uncertainty to any model. Non-parametric model, models that do not make any assumptions about the underlying distribution of the data. Then we are having an ensemble model, which is data which are having a lot of noises. We are having explainable AI. So a lot of developments happening on the algorithm side also. Various kinds of models which are being experimented with to bring these sophistications to more to the intelligence to the data. Now that's one trend of the development.